Hey, don't get anxious, get prepared. Your career engineer right here. Listen, just doing a quick live coming actually directly from this app. What do you guys think about the outage that happened today? The world the worldwide outage that happened today. We were like most people, it started around 12 noon. I think it's still going on. But it had me think about some re-engineering and reset. I did a quick TikTok video um, about this, and it was really interesting because we couldn't do our show today at 12 noon. Not, and I wasn't going to Facebook, but we use a broadcaster that's in that. I mean, they use all types of techno stuff that was impacted with this outage, and things still, as of now, I'm East Coast time, 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock is still not working. So I did TikTok and talked about, hey, bro, this because TikTok is still working and Twitter is still working and LinkedIn, and I'm sure there's some others who are not in that, Facebook product line. But I said, like, really, worldwide app crash? Really, what do we need to do? How do we reset? How do we re-engineer, this thing? I mean, what can we do? And again, trust me, I know my makeup may not be where it usually is, but I just was really understanding this. And I said on my TikTok, you need to take some time. I thought, as much as I love my tech, those high touch points, get pen and paper. Like I went real old school, like pen and paper, write stuff down, think about strategies and things you can do that won't crash. Think about how you're going to rethink this thing. There are a couple of businesses that I know. I mean, we're all internet, all this entrepreneurship, jump on the internet, make it your thing and make $1 million overnight, using all these cool apps. But what happens when the app goes down? There are some people right now that are really feeling some kind of way because their Facebook meeting or their WhatsApp meeting or what their live stream that they were doing can't happen because Facebook's down. Your website's still up. I was chatting on TikTok with Dr. Letitia Wright, because I went to TikTok, that it was working and I was able to chime into some live production going on there. And true, like even though all this other stuff went down, like if you have a website, which you should, if you are a business owner, small, medium, large, is your website down? Is the way your people would connect with you down? Is the way you sell your product or your e-commerce or service or your product, are folks able to still get to you? Do you don't have a website because you relied so much on the app world, right? I mean, and we all have some dependency. I do. Yes, I can do this every week and come directly to YouTube and do a show. I don't really have any problem. And I can take this video, make it myself, my ownership, and I can also, upload it to other platforms and all that kind of good stuff. And that's great. But because of my time and my capacity and my capability, I use an app where I can send it to different places, got more broadcasting fun toys that I can deal with without me having to do a whole lot. However, it crashed, or I'll put it's paused its access due to whatever connectivity it does with Facebook. Even though I wasn't broadcasting to Facebook at all today, I tend to not broadcast to Facebook, to be quite frank. But I do broadcast to LinkedIn and YouTube, and of course, Roku and those things that we do for the other level of watching our videos. So it really, if you're someone and you're whatever um, thing you're doing, whether you just have fun stuff, hobby stuff, you're using those apps to promote or get visibility or do those things, or this is a business model you use, or you're working with for an agency or organization and it's your job to help get your message or story out there, you might want to rethink what happens, particularly if you have such a dependency on Facebook product, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook. And again, there's a host of other things that are out, like we're talking hours now, to reset and re-engineer. Get to pen and paper and start thinking about other ways you can get your word out, right? Get your story out. Um, Other ways. And if the other platforms, which are, we still have dependency. I mean, LinkedIn is one of my favorite places and spaces. I get a lot done there. It's not my platform either. I don't own it, right? But I use it. But what if that was to get down? Can I still reach out to the clients so I've connected with there? Do I still have email? I mean, I was this morning, text. I was texting folks because my text was working, right? I can still reach out to folks and text them using some other apps as well that are not connected to the social media drama. So you might want to take this time if you are significantly dependent on the Facebook, the WhatsApp, and the Instagram for your business, for connectivity, for communication, for commerce. You might want to rethink that a little bit. I mean, really rethink that a little bit. If you don't have your own website, I mean, if you are a bona fide trying to make this world happen business, I mean, yeah, it's easier without it. But look at what happens when something goes wrong. You cannot do the things you want to do. And even though there are apps that maybe you're using, that's the bridge between someone on Facebook or some other visibility app seeing you, you might want to ask, like today, the bridge that I use to make, because I use it because it's easier. I can go directly to YouTube right here, but I use this other thing because it's easier for other things I want to do. I'm going to ask them when this is over, when this crisis is over, what y'all doing to make sure this don't happen again? Particularly since I was not doing anything near Facebook today. I don't stream to any, I do it to other places, not Facebook. So take this moment, look at your strengths and your things you need to work on. Think about your core deliverables. Think about, again, your communications, your clients, and your commerce, how you connect with them. If there's a backup, if you have another way, if Facebook decide not to come back tomorrow, like they're gone, let's say this is it, they're out of here, and all their product, what would you do? If your main connectivity is there, like, can you stream from your website? I can. Can I email my clients? Yeah, I know where their emails are. I can still send them an email. Worst tech, pick up a phone. Is your e-commerce integrated on your website? Not just, I know some of you all are buying stuff, on your web, on, what do you call it, Facebook. There's, you got your PayPal or you got whatever integrated and people buy your services there. Well, can they buy it directly if you don't have any of that? I mean, that type of thing. You really got to rethink. So if you sense that you have a whole lot of dependency on those two worlds or the Facebook universe, let today be a teachable moment, a way we can learn some things new, to look at a reset and a re-engineer in our place and space. So that's my message today. And like I said, I know, of course, I can come here and I can talk to y'all. Really cool today. And what I was going to talk about today, I'll do that next week. I'm not going to do it this week, but I just think this topic is really important because as much as we're dependent and we like using these things, we have to really kind of go back old school a little bit. I think old school and new school can still work together. Because if the grid goes down, but we're all, oh, that'll never happen. Yeah, what happened today? What are you going to do? Are you so dependent? I mean, what happens if this goes down? I mean, yeah, no doubt this is a lifeline, you know, um, which is not good, I know. But there should be a way that folks can connect and communicate. So think about that and implement that in your brand and your plan and the way you do your career, your life, and your business. So, hey, I'm your career engineer. Of course, don't get anxious, get prepared. Thank you for listening. If you haven't liked our channel or follow our channel, all the things you can do up in here, do it. It'd be great. Visit us, TCEnow.com. And I hope to see you next week. Next week. I hope to see you next week. I'm going to leave it there. I hope to see you next week. You guys be blessed. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I look forward to chatting later.